Welcome to Round 1, the show where we play just the beginning of a game to give you a taste of what it's like. And today we do just that with Veiled Fate from IV Games, who helped sponsor this video. In Veiled Fate, 2 to 8 players control demigods, moving them across the regions, completing quests, and determining their fate as they pursue the most renown they can gather. But no one knows to which demigods each other player pledges their allegiance. Watch us play through the first of 3 ages, completing a number of quests, and then join us as we discuss the entire game and see which demigod and which player came out on top. Welcome to the table. We are going to be playing Veiled Fate today. This is as you've heard probably, a strategic deduction game, not just social deduction, but there's a lot more strategy going on here. We're each going to start with a demigod. We haven't handed those out yet, but we have done some of the setup.
Right, so each of us already has 5 fate cards. These fate cards come in 2 different varieties, which we'll explain as we get to them, but they're used primarily for voting and powering up the god powers. Each of us has the same 5 god powers that you can use on your turn, but let's start with these demigods. There's 9 of them in the game, no matter how many players are participating, and we're each going to represent one of them, but no one at the table is going to know which one that we're trying to have win the game. That means that throughout the game, you're going to be trying to manipulate these demigods into very specific positions, either to gain renown or to lose renown, while not letting on to other players what you're trying to do.
So, without further ado, I am going to distribute the demigods. You just saw me shuffling, so there's no cheating going on. Kira? Jeremy?
Why don't you hold yours up to the camera?
Keep it to... Why don't you hold yours up to me? All right, these demigods are going to sit off to the side right now because there are some things that could possibly bring them into play where we could look at some of these or peek at some of them. I want to look at... Oh, interesting. Matches my shirt.
Does it?
All right.
Nice.
So the head games have begun. We're going to jump right into playing here, and we do have a preview up as well. It gives you a little bit of an overview. There's probably plenty of content out there, but we're going to be moving these demigods around the board, trying to complete quests, and trying to gain renown for our personal demigod without hopefully letting on to the other players who that is.
Also, making sure that all the other players lose renown. Because a lot of these quests can have bonuses, but they can also have penalties.
Yeah, you'll see how the quests are resolved, I'm assuming, in round 1 here. In round 1, we're going to play a full age. There are 3 ages in the game. Once all these quests have been accomplished, or if all the players have rested, that will be the end of the age. We will resolve the age card, and then we'll go on to round or age 2 and age 3 off camera, and come back and tell you how everything shook out. Yeah. So we determined before we turn the cameras on who the first player is going to be, and that is Jeremy, as always.
As always. All right, so
Typically.
I have 2 actions on my turn. My first action is going to be able to move one of these people, and I am going to move, let's start with yellow, and I'm going to move them right over here into the volcano. And the reason why I can move into here is because it's adjacent to the city, obviously, and I can place them on any one of these locations, but these locations require very specific symbols or icons on the actual players. And they're denoted right here on the sides of each of them and on the bottom as well. So I can only place this one here, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to place right there, and I have to place one of these fate cards with it. This is in secret. No one knows what I'm playing.
He's effectively voting here, because a scorpion is going to make this side resolve, and feathers are going to make this side resolve, but we're all going to have a chance to contribute some cards there if we move people there.
And I will move...
I'm guessing he's yellow. What do you think?
No, I don't know.
No idea.
Why don't you tell the camera why you made those decisions exactly?
I made those decisions because at the beginning of the game, you never really want to play your hand.
So you're saying it's not yellow or blue?
I don't know. I mean, there could be a reason why I placed yellow here, and then I placed blue here. I could be blue, I could be yellow, but not placing yellow here means that I've locked yellow up to have to vote before anything else can go there, because only yellow can go there. Why did I do that? I don't know. You'll find out.
Oh, interesting.
We will find out.
Maybe I didn't know what I was doing.
That's entirely possible.
That's a great strategy with these games. You can always play that card. I just don't know how to play.
It's a great move, Cotton. See if it plays off.
Those were his 2 actions. Now we move on to Kira. You didn't take any god actions.
No.
It's probably a little early to be throwing god actions around.
So as Jeremy mentioned, there's icons on here, and this is within my reach.
Oh, is that why you're going there, Kira?
So I want a bull.
That's a convenient...
Which one's a bull?
We've
Those
got
two are
a couple.
bulls.
the red one is a bull. The black one,
These
no.
two.
There are 3 of
Purple,
every
green, and red.
icon out
Yes.
there. So there are 3 different icons, 3 of each, so 9 total gods.
Okay.
And we should point out too, this is a prototype, so these figures, while very nice, are prototype and somewhat fragile.
All right, Ryan.
You get 2
All
actions.
right.
Oh, I
Well,
do.
You don't have to take them. You could take one action and pass, but if you don't do anything on your turn, you have to rest, which means you're out of the age.
Correct.
Out of the age.
Out of the age, as they say. You know, that old phrase.
That old phrase, yeah.
Out of the age. Oh, boy.
All right.
And now here you have to place on the top.
Yeah.
So some of the quests have prerequisites of what types go there. This one's prerequisite is that it goes from top to bottom. So do you still want to
yes.
put him there?
I do.
Okay.
All right. 2 actions for me. Let's get. What is that symbol? It needs a bull?
This one? No,
Yeah,
that's the tiger.
that's
That's
The
jaguar.
the jaguar, which is
It's a feline of some kind for
orange. Sure. Let's put orange there as one
This one?
action.
sure. All right.
And I'm going to have
It's
to
what?
put
Orange?
a card down. So we'll do that one. And let's move.
Are you gonna complete that quest, Ryan?
I'm thinking about completing that
Why?
quest.
Is one of yours on that quest?
It might just be the one that I need it to be. Let's move green to the bottom of that one.
Which there's 2 greens. There's like a
This
teal
is
and a
a
green.
Sorry,
teal.
the dark green.
The jaguar
The
green.
hunter or forest green.
All right, so that's his second action, but this is going
I
to
gotta
actually...
put another
yeah, you
card
need a
there?
card there. It's going to resolve this quest, and at the top of each one of these quests, it's going to ask that player who finished the quest to add an additional card from one of the other players at the table if it has a number beside this. So typically, if this said the number 1, he'd say, Kira or David, add a card to this, but the number is 0. So
was
you
a-
kind of controlled
know.
your own destiny
I
there.
did control my own destiny there.
Plus,
So-
that was a great impression of you.
It sounded just like me.
I know.
I got to put 2 of those cards.
So
So
then we're
we'll
going
see.
to do the reveal of
Here,
what
let,
these
let,
cards
let,
show.
let the resolver reveal it.
All right.
This could give us more information if you did, actually.
All right. I did,
Let's look at
actually.
his face as he lays them down.
So we're going to resolve. Okay, we have a
So-
good.
That's a double feather.
Double feather.
Another
Single
regular
feathers
feather.
are looking good so far. Oh
Another
boy.
double feather.
And just so you know, there's no
Ooh,
5
one
scorpions.
scorpion.
All right, that means that this side is going to resolve.
That's right.
First thing we're going to do is from top to bottom. Yellow is going to move 2 renown. So 1, 2. It's going to simply go back into the volcano space. So it gets ejected off the quest card. Then we have this orange, and it's going to move down 1.
Yeah.
Now, since it's already in that space, it's just going to move to the back of the line. So that works.
Ryan with the reach.
Next, we have purple, and it is going to gain 2. And anytime something lands on the same renown spot, it goes ahead of what was previously there. And then green is going to lose 1 and go to the back of the thing. That's how this game works. And we're going to be doing this for 3 different ages, trying to get our demigod in the right position. Now, one thing we need to pay attention to before we move forward is that inside of here is an age card, and it's called Chaos. This is going to resolve at the end of the round. And we have to pay attention to this because we're going to vote on this card as well. And it's going to move some of these renowned positions around as well. So we can take note that Ryan just moved purple and yellow to the 2 spot.
the 2 spot.
One of these chaos conditions is move it to the 4 spot if we vote with Scorpion. So
Very
are you telling us
interesting.
Very
something?
interesting indeed.
Very, very interesting.
This quest card's simply going to go out of the game. These just get put back into the position. Now the round's actually going to end when all of us either rest or pass, so to speak, or if we resolved all the quests. So Ryan, that was you.
That was me. Let's
All
get rid of
right.
these.
Yeah.
So those get discarded. Just put them under the quest card there. Very well done, Ryan.
Thank you. I can follow
You had,
directions.
it's like you had multiple attempts at
I
that.
tried really
Wow.
hard.
So it is my turn. I gotta keep my cards back here. I think Jeremy's gonna be peeking at them. Let's
Special
see. Do I want to get
lenses.
something? Well, there's not a lot of guys over here. I will go here. I'm going to move.
It's not a lot over here.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
go over
randomly
here.
move colors since my color was already placed
Is
because
that-
of my shirt.
Well, that's funny because mine is also the same color as my shirt.
I'm going to take. Let's see. I'm going to take purple. And I'm going to take purple and put it here.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to take what's this? Orange. And put orange
Put down those feathers.
there. So
Gotta put two
unfortunately
cards.
I can't finish one. Oh, that's
Gotta
right. I
put down
need
a
to put
card
2
for each.
cards.
And I'm guessing you're going to put some feathers down there.
feathers or scorpions. Or there is another card we didn't mention, and it'll come up, but there's a card that has the +2 on it, which randomly gets cards off the top of the deck when it's revealed. Back to you.
Yes, it is back to me. I'm going to do something.
Well said.
We haven't
a
seen
god
before.
power?
No, you know what? I'm gonna not play my hand on what I am, so I'm just gonna do something non-traditional here. I'm gonna move this person back in. Now, anytime you move one of these demigods into the city, it's gonna activate this city card that you see right here. And there's a city token that's actually gonna be placed on the first spot. I'm also going to move the green in for my second action, and this is going to move to the next position, which is simply going to allow me to draw one of these cards into my hand. Why am I doing that? Well, maybe I don't want to put any of my demigods out to quest, and maybe I just want more cards to be able to fuel the end of the round stuff, and maybe to fuel a future turn.
Yeah.
Having cards is not a bad idea.
Correct.
I'd like to move the yellow into the yellow spot.
Oh, look at that. Yellow is now freed up.
See, I like how the quest cards have things on them so you can kind of hide your motivations a little bit. But this one's going to be trickier. Which one are you going to put there, Kira? Perhaps yours?
And then I'm going to move this pink one
Yes.
to the
bottom?
feathers. No, to the
Oh.
feather spot.
Oh.
Oh, this feather spot right here. The winged,
the
winged
winged-
spot.
The one that it goes in.
Yeah, these are interesting spots because it has two demigods competing for the
Very
renown.
nice. And you're done, Kira?
I am.
All right. So I can't move anybody else into the city because no one's free. So
Yeah, if we forgot to mention, once someone's locked into a quest, they're locked into the quest until it resolves, or if you use a god power, which I'm sure somebody will use a god power at some point here.
Maybe.
I'm going to move. Let's move this dark green. If you could grab that,
Yeah.
I'm going to move that dark green in here as well.
Okay.
I'm going to complete another one of these if I can. And there's one card to put down. And let's bring in teal. And there's one more card. Now I've got.
That's not resolved.
Not yet.
Oh, there's right.
not.
There's still one more
another
spot.
Are you sure
Why
you want to
would
do
you-
that
I
last
He's
bit?
do
being
wanna
very
do that.
eager.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Very eager.
So are you out of cards?
I'm not. I have a
Okay.
card left.
Yeah, I'll point this out right now. On your turn, if you're not able to either take a fate card or play a fate card, you must rest and you're out for the rest of the age. One other thing will force you to do that, and that's if you play your last fate card during your turn, you will immediately rest as well. But it's my turn. Well, I've got options here. I could finish 2 of these.
One of them.
Yeah.
Well, you could.
You could finish. Well,
Depends on. Yeah.
no, because you'd have to use a god power because you don't have. You have one guy left, red. You have to choose where red goes.
Yeah, but if that one resolves first, then you can take one of those and put on that and resolve.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Red can't actually fit that. You need a jaguar,
Yeah.
right?
I'm going exactly. I'm gonna go here and finish this last one.
Card?
Likely
I will
story.
put this
Right.
card. And now this one is going to resolve, but at the top of the card there's a +2, so I have to pick 2 different people to contribute to this. Ryan, I am going to choose you with your
Dang.
last little card.
That's unfortunate.
And then how many cards do you have, Kira?
1.
How many do you have?
4.
4? I don't like the idea of giving someone with options the chance to put on there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I'm going to choose Kira to put hers on there.
That's good. You want to limit our. I mean.
Yes,
you
let
wanna limit
Jeremy
our
keep
opportunities.
all
Now
his cards
this
and
is
stay in the game.
unfortunate because Jeremy will have a lot of cards towards the end there.
That doesn't really.
Well,
it means he
for
can
the
control
age-
the age, but
For the age and that's not an insignificant one.
it's not insignificant. That's for sure.
We'll make him have to make some choices here. I've got a couple cards left too. All right, so here we go.
Yep.
1 scorpion, 2 scorpions, 3
Uh-oh.
scorpions, 2 feathers, 2 to 3. Oh, 2 more
I
scorpions.
think that's sealed the deal for scorpions.
Oh, scorpions has it.
All right,
for
so
sure.
from top to bottom, we see a new icon now. This is the Smite icon, which means that this character, being the black demigod, is going to go down to the Abyss. This is a spot where players can move out of and gain more cards and possibly switch cards from their hand for a new card in the Fate deck, but it effectively locks them in that position until they get back into the city.
And plus gives players an opportunity to get some more fate cards.
Right. All right.
Purple.
This is going to lose 1, so purple goes down
Purple
one
goes
spot.
down to 1.
Okay.
How does that affect you, Ryan? All right.
How do you feel about that?
Not bad.
Okay.
I don't feel bad.
We have the orange, and that is going to go up too.
How do you feel about that?
Neutral.
All right.
Oh, that sounded like honesty.
And then red's going to go up 1. And that's
Okay.
going to resolve this quest.
And that was just my first action, so I have another action.
That's
but
correct.
do I want to take it? You know what? I do want to take it. I'm going to move the Black Demigod from the
Oh,
Abyss
so
to
no
the
one else
pools
can get cards.
so that I can grab this.
Well done.
All right. My turn. I am going to... This is flipping this, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's the
could
character
go-
that moves into the spot, correct?
That's right.
Yes. Whatever Demigod triggers that, you'll
Right.
flip the fate coin, and if it's a Scorpion, that Demigod will get
So here we go.
Smoked.
smoked.
Jeremy's going to give away all the information.
I don't want to be smoked.
Which god are you going to move in?
I don't want to move a god.
there's-
in.
yeah.
I want to resolve a card.
Oh, it's only smite or
but I
nothing,
can,
isn't it?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
The problem is right now, if I move in, I can't resolve a card because I could get smote and then I'm out of position to move someone else in. So I have to take one of these guys and move into this quest if I want to resolve one.
If you want to resolve a
Oh,
quest.
if you want to resolve a quest.
But you don't have to resolve a
Well, I
quest.
mean, I could go like this and that, but the chances are that I could get smote and then I've wasted my turn.
True.
Makes sense.
True.
I'm not sure how much Kira and Ryan are going to do on their turns without cards.
It's just we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
So I'm going to go
interesting.
1, 2. And
all right.
I'm going to select a card. I'm going to select this one, and I will ask.
For one more card.
Now remember, if you
They
ask
don't have
me,
any.
I will still give
I
you one.
ask them?
You can, but I have to take one off the top of the deck and add it
Yeah.
randomly.
How many cards do you have?
I have 3 cards.
Give me a card.
Oh, you're going to ask me.
Oh,
huh?
you're gonna let him help.
Doesn't matter to me
It does matter to me.
because you guys have no idea where I am. So
Let's get those scorpions. I'm liking the scorpions right now for this.
please, Scorpion
Put a scorpion in, David.
or a light. It doesn't matter.
It might matter.
Shuffle those bad boys up.
Oh, you have them going the same way. So
Yeah,
let's do this.
Make sure
So-
they're going the same way.
Yeah. Otherwise, I will know what you cast.
Jeremy will know for sure.
Alright.
We'll check the tape.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
That card.
we got our +2.
So this is going to draw 2 more cards from the top of the deck.
Oh, it looks like feathers
That's not
have it.
good.
Uh-oh.
All right, so it's 6 to 3. That means the light's going to happen. So
Oh, boy.
blue's going to move 2. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So this icon here says we're going to flip this coin. And if it's dark, it's going to lose renown. And if it is light, it's going to get smote. Is that the right word?
Yep.
Smote.
It's going to lose a renown.
So yellow,
So yellow goes
loses
back
renown
one.
and stays
goes
in
to
the
the back.
region. No.
It goes just
Yeah,
back.
It
Okay.
goes to the front.
All right.
And then orange is flip of the coin. And it's going to gain a renown.
So
Ooh.
orange goes up 1.
Orange is up to 3.
All right. That's that.
Ooh.
This card goes away. So, David, you could effectively end our no. You
Yeah.
have to pass. You would have to pass. David could end the
That's
round.
correct.
I could. Well,
You
someone
have
could
any
end
of
the
those
round.
cards for the...
I'm trying to see if there's something someone. Oh,
Oh.
people could still stay alive. Kira and Ryan have an opportunity to stay in the round.
It's true.
I'm
Can
moving
we move
into the city.
yellow in for me?
This yellow?
All right.
So we're gonna see what happens to yellow.
Flip a
Go
coin.
ahead, Jeremy.
Black.
Smote.
Smote.
So yellow is now. See, that's not bad though, because now she
And then
could
does
move
yellow
them
drop
up
a,
to get a
lose a
card.
renown for that or no?
No.
They just...
Oh no, yeah. When they don't lose a renown, but they do
go to the
back
back
of
of
the
their
line.
renown.
Whenever you're
Smote.
smote,
Smote or smitten?
it's
Smote.
not smitten for sure.
Smitten is something else, I think.
Maybe he was smitten.
Purple going in, and now she gets a card for moving him in.
Nice. So she's still in.
So she's still alive because she took a card during her turn.
Awesome.
Did you show him?
No,
Well, I'm going to move yellow
nobody gets
in,
to know.
which lets me draw a card here.
No one
Yep.
will know.
And then... What is this? Which way do I want this to go?
He said like he didn't know already. Why? Is one of your guys on 1 or 3 or 2 or 4?
I'm going to see if I can... No, I don't want to finish this one. I need another
Card?
card, but I can't really get one. Actually, I took one action, so I'm going to pass my second action without resting.
All right.
And I have a card again. I'm back in the
So
game.
He's yellow.
So you can finish this one.
Interesting.
See how he was so concerned when yellow went down before?
You know,
You're
all that
yellow.
matters is whether I'm at the
willing
head
to
of the
bet you're
game.
yellow.
you can't really, you could load up everything you can in stopping yellow, but if 1 and 3 flop, then yellow goes right up to 3.
So I am going
That's a true
to, on my
story.
turn, move the black demigod from the pools to the city. When you do that, you can refresh. So I could discard a card.
It's also going to mean that he's going to move up 1 space and gain 1
Oh,
renown.
I didn't even realize that.
Oh, sure. David. Oh,
That's-
black goes up 1 renown?
That's
Oh, what a
surprising.
coincidence.
So I'm discarding this card.
So he doesn't
I'm
want to
taking a new
switch
one.
1 and 3 and 3 and 1.
Or he's hoping to get 2
No,
feathers.
he
He
wants.
does want to switch 1 and 3 if he's black.
No, he just got rid of a white,
Oh.
which means he wants to switch 2 and 4,
Oh,
which means he could be blue.
he could be blue.
Or he
I
just
mean,
doesn't want.
I
I
doesn't
said
want
I
to
was
switch.
blue at the very beginning.
You did say that.
So that was one action. The next action is going to be moving. I'll move red up into the city.
Mhm.
And that'll move over here,
You'll
and
get the
it'll give
last
me
card.
another fate card.
Okay.
All right, that's the last. That city card is now
That
discarded.
city card is discarded, so there's no more goodies to be had
That's correct.
from
from the city.
the city.
We have sacked the city.
Let's end it.
Ooh.
End it.
You need a wolf
You need-
or a
yes,
jaguar.
They're both the jaguars.
Yeah, either
Blue
one.
is a
Jaguar's
jaguar.
in the lead though,
Yeah,
and that gives him.
Blue's a
renown.
jaguar.
We'll go there.
Oh,
All right, so I have to give a card.
don't move blue off of 2.
There you go.
Don't move blue off of 2.
Who's going to add a card?
Yeah, who's adding the card?
Yes.
Me?
Huh?
Who do you want to add a
Who do
card?
you want
in?
to add a card?
David. No, Ryan. Ryan.
David?
I want Ryan to give up his
Well, I
card.
only have one.
I know.
Doesn't really
So
matter.
shuffle those bad boys.
Yes.
Don't look at them.
I'm not looking at them.
Don't count cards.
I mean, I only have one card. It doesn't really. It's not going to
Bad.
give you any information.
Bad Scorpion. Oh.
Okay, we got 3 scorpions.
what happens here?
Uh-oh.
What happens?
I'll tell you.
What?
Flip the fate coin. It breaks the tie.
Oh no.
Oh,
Dark.
scorpions have it. So we resolve the scorpion side.
Okay.
So,
blue gains 1 renown.
yep.
Uh,
And then they come off here.
Yep.
Green is going to flip the fate coin again. And it's either going to be smote or lose a renown. And he is smote. So green, who's already dead last,
Stays
stays
dead
dead
last.
last.
Okay.
And then teal is going to get a renown.
Look at that. Everyone on 1.
I'm green for the record.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you are?
So that's going to resolve the final quest. Now that's going to end the actual
Yep.
age,
Yeah.
in the first age. So now we're going to resolve.
Yeah. Now who
This
passed?
card.
No one
Oh, yeah.
passed.
Who was the first to rest?
No one rested.
No one rested.
No one rested, so the first player marker is going to stay with Jeremy.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So we are now going to vote. All right, so this chaos card, let me read it here. It says that a global vote at the end of the age is going to happen, starting with the player to the left of the first player. Now, each player can contribute
As many cards.
as many cards as you wish, and then we'll reveal those. Now, the results, if it's a feather, 3 and 1 will switch. If it is scorpions, 2 and 4 will switch. All right? So this could reveal a lot. It may reveal
Interesting.
nothing.
Interesting.
2 and 4 switch.
Nothing
It's-
will
nothing
The
happen.
game is
happens.
crazy.
Right.
Nothing will happen.
So do you wish to contribute any cards?
I don't.
I
Ryan.
don't have any to contribute.
So, none?
None. Jeremy took my last
took it.
one.
How many you have?
I have 2 cards.
You're not going to contribute that one card, Kira?
I'm not.
How do we want this to go, everybody?
You're asking the audience? This is not a live stream.
I'm asking you,
Here's
Kira
how I
and
want this to
Jeremy.
go.
I'm looking for information.
I am not opposed to swapping 1 and 3.
Interesting. I'm going to guess that Ryan, somewhere in here. Did we all think he was yellow?
I think he's yellow.
You can think whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Who do we think is blue and orange?
Didn't you claim to be blue like
You
3
guys.
times already?
Well,
You two.
I am blue.
You two are blue and orange.
Oh, you think Jeremy is orange?
You could
One of
be.
you two
All right,
is blue.
I'll
one of you is
contribute
orange.
these 2 cards. Let me see. Yep, those. What are you contributing?
These 2.
Those 2?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give these a shuffle. I'll let you, since you're the one
So-
who triggered it, reveal.
Okay. No, you can reveal.
All right.
I'll be the announcer.
All right. See how we got this all settled?
What do
Can't
we
we all
got?
just win and get along?
No.
All right.
One
Ready?
winner.
1 scorpion.
Ooh.
2 scorpions.
Oh my.
4 scorpions. Oh my.
So the
6
two
scorpions.
that were, they are definitely.
So we
orange
didn't
and
want
blue.
anything to change.
And nothing did change.
Nothing did change. I didn't want
Interesting.
anything to change because I'm pink.
That's true.
Okay.
I'm at the 0
Well, then
spot.
then you had no dog in that fight.
I know. I'm just
Which
making,
makes me think
I'm
you're
just
probably
making stuff
not.
up. Oh, I
I
had
think you're
another
blue.
card I could have played.
Doesn't
Sure,
matter.
it would have swayed the outcome, that's for sure. So this age
I didn't put
card
those scorpions
is
in.
done.
It
so.
is.
Yeah, so that age card's done. This age is done.
Yeah.
Everything on the board, the demigods are going to stay where they are. We're going to reseed the board with new quests, a new age card, a new city card. We're going to play that age, a third age, and then we're going to see simply what demigod is highest on the renown track and reveal our cards. We'll be back shortly to tell you exactly how all of that shook out.
Yeah, and to find out who's who, because I bet you're having some guesses.
Yeah, make
right
your
now.
guesses right now. Are we going to make our guesses yellow,
Blue,
blue?
teal. I have no idea what color I am.
I think-
haven't
Oh,
even
Teal?
you haven't
You
even
think
looked?
I'm teal?
I think you're red.
I could be.
I think he might be. Anyway, we don't know anyone's color, but we'll be right back. And we are back. We played Age 2, we played
Yep.
Age 3, and I've got some very, very unfortunate news to share with everyone. We're going to reveal our demigods, but we've already revealed them to ourselves. So we know what's going to happen, but we're going to show you. Before we do that, green is still at 0.
Yep.
I'll just, spoiler alert, none of us are green. But then we've got teal, purple, red, yellow, black, orange, pink, and blue. Blue being the winning demigod. So let's flip. I've got orange.
Pink.
Blue.
Purple.
So Jeremy was blue. And I'm just going to confess one of my big mistakes here. I was just banking, hoping that no one was blue.
I know.
When I tried to play some mind games and say, I'm blue, and I even moved blue up a couple times.
You did.
And I wasn't sure. I started to get the suspicion that you were, and of course at the end, Jeremy took the last couple moves and really moved blue up for the win.
Yeah, it came down to one card. I made sure that pink and blue were on the same card, really hoping that if the scorpions had come up, then pink would have moved forward and blue would have moved back, but it came the other way, and blue shot way ahead, so...
And it was interesting, too, because the last age card was a decree that allowed the first player to pick locations, and then every other player would vote on the demigods in those locations that would move up. Jeremy was the first player at that point. In fact, I don't think first player never moved.
We never
'cause
rested.
No one rested, technically. We just finished all the quests, and the locations he picked had no demigods
Right.
in them.
Well, he knew he was
So
winning. Why
we
risk
weren't,
it?
Yeah.
we weren't able to affect the situation.
Yeah, which is pretty strange too, because the last time that we played this game, I was also blue.
Yeah,
Were
I
you?
was
Remember
actually
that?
I was pink last time we played too.
Go
I don't
figure.
know if I was orange. I don't think so.
So something that happened off camera. It got to be the end of the game, and I saw that blue was creeping ahead of me. Pink was in first for a while. Blue was catching up, so I was like, I needed to make some bold moves. But everyone noticed. Then, of course, I'm pink, and people started using their god powers, which we didn't use on camera. But there's one that lets you smite a god, and I kept trying to move pink into a space to get some points, and they kept smiting pink back, knowing it was me, right? So I maybe overplayed my hand a little bit, but I was feeling kind of desperate because I saw blue. I knew one of you two had to be blue.
Well, the god powers are pretty powerful. I mean, I used influence several times towards the end, which I'm surprised. I was using it either moving blue into a spot or moving something into a spot where blue was going to gain points.
Yeah.
And influence is a card that allows you to spend one of your actions to burn a card, and effectively allows you to play a second card onto a location when you move into there. So I was using that to kind of stack them in my favor so that I got either one of the two sides to trigger. And I'm surprised that you guys never smoked blue.
There was a time when orange and blue were the only two on a card over here, and that was the first moment I had a suspicion you were blue, and I was going to use Transfiguration, but I didn't, probably stupidly, because I didn't do it because I didn't want to give it away what I was. But at that point, I probably should have considered it because you probably had stacked the deck for blue.
For sure.
And I would have swapped the places, and it would have given you negative
Oh, you
and
should
me
have done that.
positive. But I didn't have control to finish it.
Right.
I could only put myself on there or swap them, but someone else was going to finish it, so I didn't know what else might happen. And he might have done the same power to switch them back.
Well, there's an interesting give and take in the game, too. I mean, those god powers are expensive to use. They're 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3. And that's basically giving up your cards. And being that this is really area game, but as much as a hand management game as well. Like
Oh, yeah.
you have to manage the hand of cards that you have to stay in the round, because if you're not in the round, then you're just a sitting duck for people to move your piece or to move their pieces in optimal positions. So you have to maintain some kind of hand control. So you typically want to use these God powers right when you trigger a quest, not using them to move something out of a quest to just allow people to come right back in later.
Right. The God powers are powerful, but like you said, you can't use them and then have someone completely just
Undo
erase
everything
it.
you did. Yeah.
Because it's a lot of turns that you spent. And burning these cards are precious.
Yeah.
There are a number of times where I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can't do anything. Because once the city card goes away, there's a lot fewer opportunities to actually gain cards back into your hand. I was able to keep a fairly steady hand of cards. You and Ryan were both a little light at times on the card front, and you, as always, generally try to keep a pretty healthy hand, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to, as you're moving these demigods around, you have to make sure that you're flexible enough and have the right consistency of cards, both scorpions and feathers, in order to enact specific gods at specific areas. So, I mean, as I said, this is a game of hand management. It's a game of small area control, but it's also really a game of timing as well. Like, you have to make sure that on your turn, you recognize the spots that can trigger in the right ways. And either that's by setting it up or piggybacking off of what other people decided to do on their previous turn.
Yeah, not only that, one thing that hadn't occurred to me until this play is when you're the person who's fulfilled a quest or completed it, you can actually really manipulate everyone else's hand size if you're able to look around the table and say, you submit a card, you submit a card. Like in the first
Jeremy
round.
did in the first round, yeah.
You and Kira both got your cards emptied, but that could be huge in terms of like plucking someone's one feather out or
Yeah.
at least depleting their hand.
If you had an idea, if we had solidly known that Jeremy was in blue, then you could theoretically trigger every other quest, keep making him turn cards in until he has no cards left in his hand.
Well, that's the trick of the game.
That
You
is
don't know
exactly.
what people are.
But
Yeah.
you can never really, even when I was moving pink in that bold move, it could have been just trying to trick you guys into smiting pink, and I was blue even. But Jeremy knew I wasn't blue because he was blue. So those plots don't really work when you're trying to bluff somebody into thinking that you're the card that they have right under them.
Yeah,
Right?
everything you just said sounded like the Battle of Wits and the Princess Bride. I didn't even absorb
right.
Well, I
any
mean,
of
one of
that.
the other interesting
Clearly.
things, too, is I'm not sure you guys recognize this, but as I said, this is a game of hand management. Smiting costs 2, and that is effectively allowing you to cycle your hands. What do I mean by that? Like, if I really want this character not to be here, I can spend 2 cards, cycle those 2 cards out, and then immediately move it for my second action back up. So I'm just losing 1 card, but I'm also cycling cards out that I don't want and
effectively.
getting in a better position.
Absolutely.
You got to have those 2 cards to smite to begin with, though.
Yeah, right.
I was doing my best after the play we had before. I went with I'm picking two
colors?
2 colors to stick with the whole time, and black did really good because that was one of them.
And the other was your color?
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed you moved purple early, and then I thought maybe you were black.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you'd done the opposite of those 2, although black's only what? Well, I guess it is 3 ahead of where
It
purple
just kept
is.
going. Somebody else would come in and they would vote the opposite way of where I was hoping to go, but I kept them in places where I was thinking either one could go forward, and then hopefully you guys wouldn't know which one I was after.
I
so.
didn't. I had no idea.
No, I really didn't either. I didn't know who you were either.
Well, until the end. I mean, obviously Jeremy
Sure.
saw.
At the very end, it's pretty much revealed in your actions because everyone is trying to last ditch, like, okay, how can I get my guy on that last quest to get those 2 points?
For sure.
The other great thing is you guys didn't notice this, but we finished those last 2 rounds in maybe 15 minutes apiece.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
a
super
very
quick.
fast deduction style game. As I said, it's not truly a social deduction game because there's a lot of pieces, there's a lot of thought going into this other than just playing cards every turn, which you typically see in those type of games. So it's a very interesting game. A lot of different things going on, a lot of things you need to think about. If you have any questions about anything that you saw today, please make them in the comments below. And as always, thank you guys for watching.
Bye-bye.